It was me and gang, look at a nigga wrong. I snatch a nigga chain. Pieces on pieces, even Debo getting slain. That's what you get for Twitter begging for the fame.
DaniLieg's brother, Brandon Bills, has filed a lawsuit against Dababy over a recent fight at an LA bowling alley. According to TMZ, Brandon Bills claims that he walked by Dababy in the bowling alley when Dababy suddenly attacked him, leaving him with severe injuries and pain. He claims he didn't fight back and told the court that he is suing the rapper over the assault and battery, emotional distress, and negligence, noting that he's piled up medical bills as a result of the incident. As we previously reported, the brawl was caught on camera, with the fight spilling into the bowling lanes. Authorities say that they are now investigating Dababy for assault with a deadly weapon because Bills was kicked in the head while on the ground. On the other hand, Dababy was banned from the bowling alley and has since claimed self-defense. Some people believe that Dababy deserves to be sued, while others have argued that Brandon Bills got what he asked for after saying that he wanted to fight Dababy at the end of last year. Wack 100 chimed in with his commentary about the situation, suggesting that Brandon Bills uses this opportunity to get a quick bag. I called it. We got to do this different. It's all a setup. Talk that shit, call you out, then when it happens, file the lawsuit. It's the new come up. The game co-signed by dropping a 100 emoji in his comments. I wish we had a little bit more information about this, because I wish I knew if we were right in saying that Brandon Bills is a civilian. Is he clicked up?
No.
Is he associated with any street shit?
And I'm glad that I'm here today, because I've known Bills for many years.
And you didn't usher him into a gang or anything?
No, but he has music videos that he's affiliated with certain motherfuckers. Even though that's the homie, no fucking excuse. That was not gangster. What the fuck? This is happening right there. You don't, and this is the problem, man. You can't call niggas out. You can't talk all that rah-rah shit on the fucking internet. And when it comes down to really getting down with that action, you feel me? Regardless if you got jumped, beat up, stabbed, shot, whatever. If you speaking like that, if you going by that fucking code, you can't do the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's lame as fuck to see that he's suing him and doing that shit now, because the respect that I have for him was always, oh, you're a boxer, because I've known him. He used to box, he used to do his shit and everything like that. You're a boxer. Okay, them niggas got you. Cool, get it back. I ain't gonna say get it back in blood, but I'm gonna say get your get back. You know what I'm saying? If you living by that so-called code. So when you go against that fucking code and you do some lame shit like this, it just looked like all this shit was for clout and for money in the fucking first place.
But do you think Brandon Bills isn't looking at it as like the street code? He's probably looking at it more like the man code, which is that if you have a problem with somebody, you see them, you fight one-on-one. When he made those videos, he wasn't saying like, I'm gonna slide on you, I'm gonna shoot you and your family.
Nigga, if you catch me
he was
lacking,
saying, let's fight when we see each other. Yeah, but you're a gangster, right?
It doesn't matter. If I talk shit and I say, hey, nigga, there's no rules in war when it comes down to it. If I say, nigga, when I see you, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, that means when I see you, it don't matter who the fuck you around.
Right, but
I'm supposed to do my shit.
There's rules in boxing. Like, yeah. I was having this conversation with Brendan Schaub, who used to be in the UFC, and it seemed kind of crazy to him that I didn't seem to think it was a big deal that Dababy and his crew jumped this guy. Like to him, it seemed kind of crazy that I didn't think that that was cowardly. And I said, this I think is because you're coming from the perspective of a guy who throughout his whole career would go in the ring and face off one-on-one, figure out who the better man is. I'm kind of coming from a perspective of like, well, they didn't stab him and they didn't shoot him, so actually this is kind of a better turn of events than what might have happened. I think from Brandon Bills' perspective, this is the argument that he would probably make if he was going to do an argument right now. He would say,
sucker shit.
He would say, I would never sue somebody normally. I think that is cowardly. I wouldn't do it, but he jumped me. And because he jumped me, I now feel legitimate in responding in a legal route. And, you know, he has to kind of do the math in his head, which is like, hold on to the respect that maybe somebody like AD has, or sue somebody in a situation where you're almost certainly going to win, and you're going to win like $3 million maybe. I mean, $3 million or a little bit of respect from a situation that a lot of people are going to forget about next week. I think he might be doing the calculations in his head and seeing this as an easy come up.
My whole thing is this. You got to understand, like, that's also somebody that's an artist. You know what I'm saying? And you're getting,
that's bad for your rap career.
You're getting basically off of what happened to your sister. You're getting interviews. It's like you on a little press run. And when you go into these places, you're saying, nigga, let's get in the ring. I'll fuck them up. I'll do this. I'll do this. You doing this. You doing that. You antagonizing. You're saying all type of stuff. You telling the man it's on site when you see him in your city where you have the fucking home court advantage. You feel me? If it was me, And I'm just saying, if it was me, if I seen that nigga out there with his homeboys and his team, nigga, I'm calling the troops. We getting them up. We packing out. We about to have a fucking Civil War Royal Rumble. If you catch AD lacking by himself, you got a problem with me, y'all better fucking jump me. Do what the fuck you gotta do, because when I come catch you, it's gonna be a whole nother story.
The one thing that I'm really concerned about is if DaniLiegh and DaBaby ever do end up reconciling, or if they ever end up on
Of course they're going to.
If they end up on good enough terms that they can be at the same Thanksgiving dinner, they're gonna have to sit DaBaby on this end of the table and Brandon Bills all the way down here. But Brandon Bills are gonna have 10 chains on and shit.